going on, y'all? Welcome back here to yet another video. With this video focusing in on joining the Army as an immigrant to the United States. So stay tuned. Here we go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to TEAMSWARTZ, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Here I post a ton of Army basic training tips, recruiting, and other Army-related videos, to include going live weekly to address your most desired questions, typically on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, my name is Lewis, your local New York Army National Guard's recruiter and part-time drill sergeant. And here I create on my free time videos like this around the enlistment process into the United States Army as a whole, and to prepare yourself both mentally and physically for Army basic training. One of the questions that we're going to ask you through the pre-qualifying process when you're joining the United States Army is your citizenship status. Are you a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident holding a green card? So with that being said, regulations, policies, and guidelines are forever changing. So as of September of 2021, these are the rules. You are otherwise eligible to enlist, obviously, to DUD.com if you are already a U.S. citizen, either naturalized, born, or born abroad in a U.S. territory. So with that being said, the only other option that would pre-qualify you into joining the United States Army is if you are and have obtained your permanent legal resident status, meaning that you have a green card that is valid and not expired. DACA, DREAM Act, MAVNI, anything else is not authorized for enlistment. So you must be a resident of the United States holding a valid green card at minimum. So whether you are aware of this or not, there are two types of green cards or permanent resident statuses. You have your typical, usually your initial 2-year conditional green card versus the preferred 10-year permanent resident green card. So currently, at time of enlistment, whether you have a conditional green card or a 10-year green card, you must have at least 6 months left of your valid green card before it expires to schedule you for your basic training or your OSUT, your one station unit training, or essentially your initial entry training. So what that means is you need to be able to ship out within 6 months before your green card expires. If your green card expires in less than 6 months from the date that we are able to schedule you for your basic training, you're not going to be able to sign your contract, unfortunately. Now, let's say your green card expires before we can schedule you for basic training. So if you are on a conditional green card, there's nothing that we could do for you unless you pay for it to get extended and you get that letter in the mail stating that it has been approved and processing and awaiting a new green card. Now, if you have a 10-year green card on a case-by-case basis, your recruiter can submit a request to the Suitability Review Office. I'm not going to go into that, but what that Suitability Review Office can do is contact the Department of Homeland Security and verify that you are in fact a permanent resident. And as long as you are a 10-year green card holder, they will validate and verify that you are in fact a permanent resident and not on a conditional green card, still with that condition attached to your green card. If we get confirmation and verification that you are a permanent resident, you then, with that part of your enlistment packet, you can enlist into the United States Army. So if you are the conditional green card holder, you must pay for the renewal or extension of your current conditional green card or upgrade, if eligible, to a 10-year green card. Once you get that letter in the mail that it's been granted and processing for a new card to be mailed to you, with that letter, then you are obviously good to go. Obviously, if you are an immigrant who has obtained their naturalization certificate or their certificate of citizenship, then you're otherwise good to go. No issues, no qualms. You can enlist, right? Because you are considered a U.S. citizen. You're probably asking yourself, what is the difference between a naturalized citizen versus a certificate of citizenship? Going through the naturalization certificate process requires you to take a written exam, oral exam, and a background check versus the certificate of citizenship, meaning that you achieved your U.S. citizenship through your parents on or before your 18th birthday by one of your parents obtaining U.S. citizenship through the naturalization process. Now, if you never paid for your certificate of citizenship, but you are considered a U.S. citizen because one of your parents obtained citizenship on or before your 18th birthday and you have a valid US passport, that is good to go for enlistment or to contract in the United States Army. Additionally, as a green card holder, when going through the enlistment process, as long as you're otherwise eligible to enlist as a green card holder, understand this, that you cannot apply for, request an MOS or your military occupation specialty, aka job skill, or opportunity in the Army that requires US citizenship. So with that being said, any MOS or opportunity that requires a secret clearance, top secret clearance, or better, requires you to be a US citizen. So those opportunities will be closed off to you and not an option. So you're gonna have to choose an MOS or opportunity that does not require US citizenship. So that list of MOSs is gonna be quite small, or a lot smaller, unfortunately. No waivers, no exceptions to policy. It is what it is. Get your foot in the door, because in the next video, I'm gonna break down to you how you can obtain and earn your US citizenship by getting your naturalization certificate for free and get it expedited despite the minimum waiting period through the normal procedure of you obtaining your US citizenship through the naturalization certificate. Additionally, if you are a foreigner contacting a recruiter or anybody that's part of the recruiting command, a service member in the recruiting command cannot nominate or sponsor you to the United States with the intent of gaining your green card and or your US citizenship. You have to go through the immigration process on your own accord. That means you can apply for a work or a school visa, working your way up to a green card, but it is strictly on you. I, as a recruiter, or anyone part of the recruiting command, cannot sponsor you or nominate you or give you a letter of recommendation or anything equivalent. You have to do it on your own. I do not know the process of that because that's not my forte. I'm a recruiter for the United States Army. I don't work for the immigration office. So if this applies to you, Google how you can apply for a work or a student visa so that you can come to the United States and work your way up the ladder that way. So stay tuned for the part 2 where I explain to you how you can apply for and obtain your US citizenship as a soldier and the processes and all that good stuff. So if you made it this far into the video, do me a favor, drop a hashtag TEAMSWARTZ down in the comment section, letting me know that you're my ride or die. With that being said, like this video, smash it if that's something you're into, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.